Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Siobhan. Thank you for joining me in the Mom Cave today while we talk about planners. So specifically the Louis Vuitton agendas. Are they worth it? Is it a good buy? Should you buy one? Which planners do I have? Which ones I'm currently using? And so forth. So my beverage today is, it's a chocolate hazelnut macchiato, and I use the Starbucks creamer. I have 1 pump of espresso, soy milk, chocolate drizzle. I try to make it look all pretty and aesthetic, and it did not work out. And I added a little bit of hazelnut syrup from Tirani, the sugar-free one, and you can get that on Amazon. And this straw is from Five Below. I love them. They're super cute. They came with a little thing to wash it. So good. All right, so let's jump into it. Things are falling down on my shelf because I moved the planners. I just want to make sure they don't fall in my head. All right, so the first item up, this is not a planner. You can use it for a planner, and I had like a really good idea for this. So every year, or I think it's October, so if you're looking for new things from Louis Vuitton, next month I believe is when they do new releases. Don't quote me on it, but I believe it's around that time. So every year they come out with new notebooks. This is one of them that was released in, I think it was 2018 or 19, and it's just a blank lined ruled notebook, and it has the Louis Vuitton name on the bottom. I think there was probably maybe 80 pages in here, and this part is gold. So depending on whatever notebook is out, they have different trim. It could be just silver or it could be white. But this was one of those collections that came out, and I bought it, and I never used it because I think that I was just concerned with what happens when the pages run out. I can't refill it, but I don't know. This could also be a good bullet journal book. So another idea that I thought for this notebook is to take the pages out, because the cover is pretty, it's like the canvas material, and you can use this as a cover. So if you have one of these, maybe, hey, I can take this out and then make like a B6 size notebook. Maybe you can fit astrology in it and try to create some type of cover with it. I don't know. You know, I like to take things and make my own with it. It's a bad thing that I do. Always end up regretting it, but I just love doing it. So this is around, I think 170 or something like that. I think this year I'm gonna get a new one because I want to start collecting them. And it's just something extra to look forward to. There's no rhyme or reason for why I do certain things, other than the fact that I just love to do it and I want to do it. So next up is, all right, so remember the other day when I spoke about, I showed you the agenda that I had cut with this girl in LA. She does custom work. So I did get a desk agenda, and I sent it over to her, and she made a B6 cover for me. It was a little wompy in the beginning because it stopped like this, if you didn't see that video, but over time it did eventually even out, and it now closes like this. This is another one that I got made. So the first one that I got, I sold it actually yesterday, and I wanted her to make me another one with just a slightly bigger size. So this is the new one that she made for me. So I'm gonna keep this one. I didn't want both of them, and this is a long story about this. So I bought another desk agenda after I got the first one. I was upset about it. I bought another desk agenda, and I tried to do the custom work myself, and it didn't work out. So I ended up having to send it to her, and she fixed it, and she basically just made it how I wanted it, and it's just slightly bigger than the first one. So this can fit a Stalogy with some room, other than the other, not like the other one that was a little bit snug. So this was a desk agenda, and I know you may be wondering, like, how do I get these planners, because they're so hard to get. The best way to get any type of agendas or any item on the Louis Vuitton website that you want and is always sold out is to actually go into the store and kind of developing a relationship with one of the advisors. So there are a lot of times when you can find things online, but it can be ordered for you in the store. And I usually do that. I'll hit up my advisor, and I'll just let him know what I'm looking for, and he'll tell me, hey, I can order it for you, or I cannot. I'm not sure what determines when they can or cannot order items, but you just have to kind of play around by asking, and then they will let you know. So the next item up is, I'm going to do this one. So this is my Paul notebook cover, and this is the planner that I've been using for this year. This is, I'm going to call this my unicorn. This planner is gorgeous. The only flaw in this planner is this buckle that sticks out. So if you're considering getting this planner, or if a new one comes out this year, it cannot lay flat. That's my biggest pet peeve with it. So you have to use this on a desk where you're tilting it. This needs to hang off the desk. Sorry, this needs to hang off the desk, so this part could lay flat. It is the most annoying thing ever, but because it's so beautiful, I love the feel of it, and it's pink. You know, pink is my favorite color, so I don't really make too much of a stink about it, other than I just kind of work with it and using it like on a pillow if I'm in the bed, or if I'm in the living room, I use the couch. And another thing is, if you ever get this, you need to remove the strap and move it over more. So I wish I had filmed the original video when I did this. So once I got this cover, there are different versions of this cover, different prints as well. And I noticed that the latch was all the way back here, and it didn't allow the agenda to really expand like this. So I took a leap of faith, and I used my X-Acto knife and sliced it with everything that, with the craftsmanship and everything, it's all stitched. So this is a separate stitch item that is stitched onto this. So they're two separate things. So I used my X-Acto knife, and I carefully trimmed around the underneath, and I removed this. This stayed intact. There were just a little bit of dots here from the actual stitching of this to this. And what I use for a stronger hold now is leather cement, and it's been on here pretty good. This planner is pretty heavy, and this is not budging. So I recommend this one because it's beautiful, but I do understand that it's very hard to get, and you may not get it. I did reach out to a personal shopper, and she sourced it for me. This was only released in I think Hong Kong, and I think it was Australia and Brazil. I'm not really sure, but it was not released in the US, and it's really hard to find. I did see someone recently find one, but it's gonna take a good search. I did look for this for over a year before I stumbled upon someone to source it for me. And I think that if you are really into like a particular planner and you really want it, paying that fee to get it sourced, I think it's worth it, because you're getting something that you love, versus what are you gonna let $100 or $200 stop you from getting something you really want? You're already paying $800 for it, so why not? Why not go ahead and just go all out to get what you want? So that's my pink beauty. She is amazing. I love the feel of it. And then next up is this This is the size. This is brand new. It's not even being used yet. It still has the foam to keep the shape. And I got this in the last couple months. Still has the tags and everything inside. Perfect gold rings, brand new, shiny. And this will run you around, I think, $660. To me, what I love about this is that I love the size of it in your hand. It's the most portable planner. If you're looking for something portable, this personal size is really good as far as being able to take from A to Z. And what I hate about it is the size of the inserts. So when I used my in the past, what I did was I actually created my own custom size inserts. I can't buy inserts from anyone because this I need to make it a little bit wider. So normal personal size insert is 6.75 by 3.25 or 3.75. Instead of 3.75 for the width, I went up to like 4.2. And it does make a difference. The narrowness of the regular size insert, it irks me a lot. But I do love that this is so small and portable. And I love the card slots in the front because whenever I use this, I use it as a wallet as well, because it's just, you just figure like everything that you need is in this one planner. So as far as what I'm doing with it, I don't know. And at some point I may decide to sell it, but who knows. I did have a very crazy idea, which was to remove the rings and use it as a cover. But if you remove the rings, if you unscrew this, and there's these two little things that stick out for the rings to sit on and lock, and in order to take that out, you'll have to cut it. So I don't want to do that. And so this one is just for the collection. You know, I love planning. I consider it a hobby, and I love beautiful planners. So even if I just want to collect them, it's my choice and it's not harming anyone. All right, next up is the GM Agenda. This is the largest ring, and this planner, I don't think I can ever get rid of it because this planner is my very first Louis Vuitton planner. This, not this exact one, but the size is the first planner that I got in, I think, 2016. I bought my first agenda, and I used that planner every day for 2 years. I was so content with the planner and just loving it and everything. And then I found the planner community, and then my brain just went like whoosh. Like I didn't feel satisfied anymore in what I was using. And I talk about this a lot, you know, with the planner community, how it can influence our thought process and make us feel like we need other things when we don't. Because I was perfectly fine with this. I didn't want anything else. And then I just started flip-flopping all over the place. And using the pink Paul cover is the most consistent I've been since I've actually stopped using my GM. I've been using this since April. You can see the Stalogy inside is pretty thick, and it's almost done. It will last me for the rest of the year. But what I do with this now, I've been trying to get back into the habit of using a ring agenda because I love the flexibility of creating sections and the decorating aspect of it. So I do have some inserts here, and I mainly use the monthly section, and I use some graph paper to jot down notes for video ideas. If I'm doing research for anything, if I'm doing like a brand collab, this is what this is being used for. So as far as this one, it's around, I think, $860. I'm not sure if it's a little bit more, but this I believe is worth it because even though it's a lot of money for just the cover, what I noticed with a lot of other planners that are this size is that the thickness of them. They are so bulky, and it just makes the planner feel a lot bigger than it already is. This one, as big as it is, it does not feel bulky because it's very thin. And that's what I love about the agendas, is that they are so thin. It's not a lot of bulk unless you bulk it up with inserts, and then that's a different bulk that we like. Some people like that. So this is something you can have for years, and let's just say down the road it starts to get worn, the rings become old, the glazing start to peel, you have little dings here and there, you can drop it off for repair and you get back your planner fixed. So it is a good investment. I would definitely suggest getting this. And the way to get this and any other agendas that I showed you is developing that relationship and having someone in the store to kind of order things for you, and like, hey, this came in, I know you were looking for this. You kind of get like first dibs. If someone sees something that comes in, they'll let you know it's there. So the final one is, I did not really share this yet, so this is like a first look. I already opened it and everything. So what do you think is in here? I'm gonna just take a second and to. So decide. All right, what do you think is in here? So after having 2 older desk agendas that I sent away to get cut down to a B6 size, I missed the actual size of the desk agenda. So I reached out to my advisor, told him I was looking for one. He said that I could come in and order it. I went to the store that same day, one came in, and I got lucky. I got this over the weekend. So this is going to be my 2022 cover for my notebook. I just put this is the Hobonichi. I put it inside just to kind of get a feel of it, and I love that it just opens and closes. There's no latch, and it lays flat. It lays flat. So this is my collection of Louis Vuitton agendas, and I don't know what else I will add to the collection later on, but I do plan to add other things that may come out that I tend to like. So this is it, and I am going to see what comes out next month, and if anything that I like, I'll get it. So this is my collection. I believe they're totally worth it, and if it's something that you're interested in, definitely look into getting one, because you're going to feel a lot better after you get it, and then it's like something you can have for a long time. I know we see a lot of people switching in and out of planners, but you can use one planner for the rest of your life and just change the inserts if you are that type of person who doesn't really like to switch back and forth. So thanks for watching, and thanks for listening to me talking about my planners. I hope you like them. Comment your favorite one. So if you're new, please hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date with my videos, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Thanks for the support.